Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 8.6, and I'm enjoying this. And we're trying to defeat the Soviet Union here, of course, and we've gotten pretty deep in here. I was looking at this here, we've got 16 units in combat, 27 units out of combat in this. And without this whole pocket here, and these are like my independent tank, lots of conscripts, tank brigades, some sort of proletariat division there, and then down here, sure, there's some corps which just could be in the, just HQs, but then we have some independent, we have some heavy tank brigade. If these guys had gotten out of this pocket, we've already killed a bunch that some had come in here and wherever, and I'm sure in this now pocket more have been killed. If they had gotten out and gotten around, we'd be in a world of hurt. That was quite honestly what I was expecting to happen, and have this early invasion of the Soviet Union just collapse on us. Okay, well, they're going there, they're going there. That looks like a good attack. And punch along there. Okay, let's the speed a little bit. Okay. Damn, I don't want that to go there. I want it to go here. Okay, good. That works better. They're attacking across the river. We'll see how that goes. May not go well enough. Finland, what do you want? Okay, we'll do that. We have the money, I think, and... Okay. They're coming ashore. We've got combined arms. Do we have any previous penalty? Yeah. Weather's not going good. I thought we might have some battleship fire support there. Very good, we've got that. And I was also making an attack here. How bad is that? Looks like we're punching our way through them. There's Moscow, just so you remember where we're at. Okay. Now here it would be helpful to attack, and with that heavy aim, hopefully penetrate whatever armor they have. Mess with them some. But we're winning there to some degree at least. How are we doing for revolt risk? Okay. Well, the swamp I really don't care that much about, though. Well, partisans, I don't know how hard it would be to dig them out. Mostly I'm looking for good supply throughput. Let's see if we move you down to there. We're heading back to your core. Oh good, we punched through that big stack of things before we died. Keep them off balance. And we're punching here, good. They're coming down. A little worried about that. Back to here. Okay. We're gonna stop the attack because that's just a bit counterproductive at the moment. Are you moving forward? Good, and you need. Now, if sending supplies via ship up there, so hopefully that'll help. Okay, we can send them there. And we got one more of these normal sort of transports. And where did I send them? Here? Yes, I moved these guys forward. Hopefully they'll get enough supplies there. And that we can supply out here. Where do we need it first most? Here? Otherwise I want them advancing. Oh, can't make that. Make this. Yes, so we'll... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're losing in the back. Oh, well, they're just coming right back around and meet up there. That works. Hopefully you won't shatter. You got a fairly large formation there. Good. Let's look at trail more detail. Good, because I want to go through the mountains with you. Hopefully overrun them retreating guys. They're hooking that way, so these guys will have them hook up to here. That's just what I want them to do. Pound it across that river. You add to the attack just so that it's not all across the river. Uh-oh, Flak Brigade shattered. That's up here. Okay. Yeah, that, and there's also the... I'll stop attacking. There should also be a commando unit in this stack somewhere. There we go. Come on, kill this division. They're down to 7 units that are in combat. Their morale's breaking, that's good. Their morale's breaking a little bit, but he's losing some strength there. Good. Stop that attack. Yeah, I know they restarted another one, but we're having these guys walk through the hills, or through the mountains, and that guy, so that should do. Keep the supply route open to some degree, hopefully. You, I'm hoping to get you down just to take Baku. There's another victory province. Okay, here, Grozny. You may retake that, of course. All this supply just got cut off down there. Well, good. Doesn't mean it's permanent. Don't think that it is, but you joined that attack there. Keep moving. Okay, good. So let's see, what's the terrain like? Okay, forest. Well, flank move there. You move up like that to try to cut off these guys at least in sound. Okay, monsoons in full swing. I don't think we're in too many monsoon areas here in Russia. Okay. Now, I am sending... Where's my fleet? Here. These guys out to a Japanese island. And then try to send them around. See what we can do. Okay, where? Yeah, you're still, I know, just going. I didn't know there was a... Why didn't I send them there? I don't know. Maybe I didn't see it with the HQ on top of it. These guys do need to organize up. Okay, we have some more events. Okay, that looks okay. Let's see, SS Tank Destroyer Brigade. Lichtlight SS Tank Destroyer is a support brigade. Okay, SS Panzer really mixed with tank destroyers and assault guns. Okay, well I know a lot of you guys are now that is of course okay, I know a lot of you guys are fairly well up on this, but I'll give a brief overview. That of course is not an SS pick photo of an SS tank anything. That's an elephant. You see, I think that if that's correct, if going right there, if that's a machine gun between their legs there, between the two guys' legs, then that's an elephant. A Ferdinand has no machine guns. The Ferdinands were used, I think, only in one battle only, and that's the Battle of Kursk. And they were used at, I think, both sort of ends of the pincers. One group was the unit was made up of men that were formerly part of a assault gun or Sturmgeschütz unit. The other unit was from had been a, before, if I'm correct, a towed anti-tank brigade. Part of that. The Sturmgeschütz guys actually did pretty well because they were sort of well trained in how to use their vehicles from long standard practice. Not that the other guys didn't know how to drive or how to aim their guns, but they felt invulnerable because they had, normally been, towed anti-tank guns, got a little shield to maybe stop bullets, but mostly just to stop, shell fragments, concussion waves. You put a 76 millimeter tank round goes by you 6-8 inches away from you, but by you, that could kill you. The shock wave of the round. I'm not saying will kill you. I'm saying could kill you, depends conditions and whatnot. But it's just that shock wave. If you're far enough out, if you're just standing right in front of this gun when it goes off, and even though the round is going to miss you, the concussion can kill you or knock you to the ground or whatever, depending on how close you are when it goes. So they went from having little or no armor to having all this armor, so they sort of felt invulnerable. Well, that group didn't know how to operate, didn't tactically know how to operate these things well, so they sort of got chewed up pretty bad, particularly by desperate assaults from Soviets, infantry personnel. Many of the Ferdinands that were used there were recovered, and I believe there were other Ferdinands in production, so they took them all back to to a factory or somewhere and changed them a bit. And one of the main things was cutting a place and mounting a machine gun in in the forward section, mostly for mutual support. If you've got infantry crawling all over your buddy, you aim your tank at your buddy and you start hosing down your friendly tank with machine gun fire. And so that's why they were upgraded. That's the change from Ferdinand. They were called Ferdinands after Ferdinand Porsche because this was the Porsche Tiger hull that they started into production. This, I gave a big talk on tank production on the Hearts of Iron 4, maybe a month ago or something, on the German production and how it sort of messed up. But so they started making these holes for the Tiger 1s, and then they decided not to use the Tiger 1s with them. And well, what do we do with these things? We already got them. So they put on a bigger 88 millimeter gun. The case behind it is bigger and longer than the Tiger 1's 88, and and stuck a fixed box on it and created the Oliphant / Ferdinand. So that's that. But okay, so tank destroyers are things like, this is a heavy, not the heaviest, but a heavy one, or you have the other two types are sort of armored, like the Jag Panzer and the Jag Panther. And those are heavily armored tank holes that are designed, set up to kill other tanks. And mostly they're either sort of reactive, meaning you go to where the enemy is breaking through and sort of ambush them, or at least you sort of kind of know where they are, so it's front towards the enemy and you kill them and you know where they are, or they're sort of used in a passive aggressive manner, at least from the things that I've watched, is that they'd be part of an advancing force and move into a position and sort of wait to the enemy to come, kill the enemy, then move to the next one, as opposed to tanks, which would try to keep momentum going. Assault guns started out as the short-barreled 75 millimeter gun, the L-24 gun, designed to assault positions. Could be just a house that a guy sets up, or a group of guys sets up a machine gun in, and as a lot of European buildings were at the time, bulletproof. So you want something to blow it up quickly and keep the assault moving. Or it could be a Maginot Line concrete reinforced bunker situation with machine guns, and you're just trying to, whether you're destroying the bunker or not, you're trying to fire at the machine gun position, and you blow the concrete and the gun apart, and effectively, even if not everybody's dead inside, you've effectively taken out the bunker. And so it's an assault gun to assault the thing, sort of, if you will, Germany's infantry tanks. They took a different path for the same type of thing, is a gun, a mobile, heavily armored gun to support assaults of the enemy, generally speaking as part of an infantry unit. So that's sort of the difference. Of course, as time went on, they put on the longer barrel gun because, hey, it's more effective, and if you run into tanks, you can kill them too. And they were often used as tank destroyers, so it goes back and forth. So yeah, we'll activate this unit. A little bit of talk. SS Mountain Gebirgsjäger Brigade, sure, we'll take that unit. Eisenhower's launch, yes. Okay, do we want... Okay, 5% until October 40. Okay, yeah, for a month we can do that. That's a big hit. The radar stations and fortresses. Fortress maybe a bit. But okay, we'll take that. As opposed to take the penalty. Okay, fall of Moscow. Oh, good. Now there are 5% descent. Lose 4 points of national unity. Do you want... Yes, we'll take the headquarters. Okay, money for... Okay. We sort of said no before because I was sort of... Well, let's see. Where did you put the headquarters? At their headquarters? No. That's a flak unit. No. Are they in Berlin? No, that's not Berlin. This is Berlin. Oh, captured Soviet army. Oh, it shattered. Well, let's send it back. I probably thought about sending it back and didn't. That's the veteran HQ we sort of basically bought. Well, the other way is to look to see where they are. Ah, down here. Okay, so they're in Austria. Oh, we've got more than just a headquarters. I thought those were just headquarters units. Okay, well, I guess not. They're just headquarters units. Okay, now let's see if we can find some cool... Not Sussman, he's Luftwaffe. He was the guy in charge, and I think he died there, of the airborne assault into Crete. That'd be a good one. Now, I'm not sure what I want to do with them. That's that reserve unit. Headquarters are sort of watching the Yugoslavian border there. So you're going to march along there. I want you to sort of march along the coast. Hopefully take those without opposition, but maybe they'll come in there, I don't know. We'll see what they do with all of the supplies, at least temporarily cut off. They can get the supply routes back if they really wish to. You go to the empty province. How long until you can attack? 8 hours. 12 hours. So I think I'd rather coordinate your attack. Once these guys get retreating there, it takes them forever. When will they get there? September 26th, so 24 days left. I've already been doing it for a while. Oh good, we finally won against that. Great, great, great. Yeah, Fintners. Okay. Stop. Head that way. Stop. Head this way. Stop. We're gonna let the Finns deal with this. Okay, get rid of that, because otherwise you're never gonna go anywhere. Well, good. So how are we on? Ooh, 62. I'm not coming back towards their lines. Anyways, how's this attack? Oh, good. You don't need to go in the swamp, and you don't need to go in the swamp. You can capture the province. Finally, that cockroach of a unit is finally being crushed. Nothing can kill me. I'm invulnerable. Okay, and are you all... Yeah, both of you are ready to attack. So now they're fortified, but let's see, we got some heavy artillery. May save this HQ a little bit more. Okay. Good. We like that. We like that. Okay, the Leningrad factory's destroyed, damn. Oh, a lot of stuff. Before that happens, I want to see what may change here. Well, they did have, or it looks like they had 5, so maybe it already happened, I don't know. Okay, yes, SS Mountain Artillery, we want that. SS Engineers, yes. Mission to Romania. Now remember, in September 1940, which I think roughly about when this event was to fire, Romania wasn't, the Soviet Union wasn't invaded yet, and Romania was still not a full-fledged, well, I mean, just how do you want to, in the Axis, they weren't really in the war yet. So they really don't really enter the war until the invasion of Romania. So relations with Romania increase with this. We get some coal to oil conversion, and okay, we'll take that. General Director der Ostbahn, East Rail, improved and modernized railway structure for the general government. That means Poland. Okay. I'm pretty sure, I mean, obviously I coded, well, you may not obvious, but I coded this, I do believe. Okay, so let's see, Slovakia or whatever here. Their infrastructure is at 6. And because I know this may throw people, and it would throw me if I was a player and didn't have any. See, can we find Colo here? A lot of what railroads, or where the railroads came from. George 1941. And should be in the German controlled part here. So this side of the river here. Okay, maybe we can find another place easier to see. Bork. Okay, and Bork's level is also 6. Okay, so we can see, yeah, it jumps up, even though it said lose. And I've coded it to add it, and it adds it appropriately. I don't know why it says lose. I can't explain it. I've toyed around with it now. It's been a 3 years since I toyed around with it, but at first with some of those things when I was first doing it. But I can't, try formatting various things. Nothing seems to do it, and I don't know what the problem is. So we'll get more railway throughput. Okay, a victory. We're gonna tour the city. Novo Cherkesska has been taken. Again, this is from a soldier's photo album of the city at some point after the city's fallen defiled monument of V.I. Lenin. It talks a little bit about that. There's not the main church, one of the cathedrals, Greek Orthodox. Okay, and this is just another thing to show you. That's a highlight, but that was put stuck to a front of a house that's badly darkened. Not, I presume, something that they are, that there's light, streaming out windows, that it's, pounding on the door, got to open up and close that. No, it's just like, you get little lights creeping out, and because enough of that glow will be a guidance to bombers if there's enough of it. So it's just and that's a translation of what it says there, just to give you immersion feeling, presumably at this point, and we can look at it. We are being bombed. Oh, that's the naval one. Better to do this. But not heavily. As you can see here, we've had one bombing and an air battle there, and some air battles on the way. So I'm presuming my air is doing enough. Chuck it once in a while like this. So yes, they're bombing what this is, Wuppertal, whatever. No anti-aircraft gun, just one factory. Just damaged a lot of stuff there. So damage, but we're taking them down. And it will be repaired. Soon we're getting another industrial resource. The Scharnhorst is launched. Not one of my events. DKR nurses. That's the Deutsches Red Cross, Red Cross nurse. Following Hitler's takeover the government of Germany in January 1930, the NSD party moved to control the Red Cross. Basically, a lot of the symbology that I think I don't know if this is GGA or units of the Third Reich. I think it's GGA. Are reluctant to use with this sort of swastika heavy, but don't some. But the sort of standard, and you see the Red Cross armbands there, and that is obviously what they look like. But a lot of the standard pins and other badges for it has a Red Cross that's very clearly, but normally it's a big, heavy, dark eagle sitting on it with one foot on either side of the cross there, and very sort of overpowering imagery of the Red Cross. Okay, so we're going to get a 10% casualty trickle back and 90 to first aid and combat medicine. Good. Now, were we still researching either one of those? Yes, we were. And I guess it wasn't enough to get that over the level. Oh, no wonder you're getting beat up. You're being hit by 2 tank brigades, a proletariat, looks like ski division, and a couple of conscription divisions, and a guards cavalry division. Okay, let's see if we can shift our heavy transports. I should do the air better. Nope, air supply. Oh good, we've defeated the HQ and our rapid moving battalions heading Baku to capture more oil fields. Hopefully. They're cutting their way back this way, they're cutting their way back down this way. Let's see what that does. Yeah, we'll let it go for a little while, hopefully. I think those are mostly just HQs. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright. For now, at least it is. They're coming back, they're moving around. Good. Actually, I'm going to stop you there because I don't want to lose this province before they come and hook up. Okay, stop that attack. Come here, around here. No, I want you out. Okay, we're gonna have to stop this. So we can deal with the flank attack better. And Bulgaria, energy. Oh sure, you can have energy, Bulgaria. As much as you want. Where were we? Okay, good. I'm missing a little bit having a port in the Mediterranean to run supplies through to here, because that would really be helping the supply situation down here. At least I think it would. Okay, let's see. Oh, you can't go straight to there. Okay, well, yeah, look around that way. There's Group North sees Leningrad. Okay, cool. We're under attack from here, swell. Uh-oh. A Hungarian corps shattered. There we are. Don't know why you shattered. Oh! One of these things. Uprising. Now, right to there. I think these are bad because it's not a partisan. I think it's a badly coded event. I think, oh, they got supply linkage back, but we're moving and attacking that in the rear. While it was attacking my unit in the rear. Oh, how are we doing up here? mildly well. Okay, good. Took out that. We wanted that. Of course, we took them out. You're sort of shattered. Only one down here. Good. One of these. Join that crushing of that pocket there. Well, with our attacks there, I should convince them not to attack into that HQ, but I don't know. Sniper warfare has advanced. Well, good. We'll let it continue. Danzig shipyards. That would be obviously over here. After the fall of Poland, the German government seized the important shipyards of Danzig, Shinshau Works, and the Stoickinia Gdańska Danzig shipyards, the latter renamed Danzig Wharf. Okay, current posters and plaque from the period. So we can seize them and upgrade them a bit, get +2 to the shipyard. And a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so, and we are talking about here these shipyard type of things, which will help building of ships, or not. Yes. So that proves that. Now, okay, and I realized that the Danzig shipyards were part of the Free City of Danzig under Poland, but and they did produce ships during it, but they weren't allowed to be militarized as part of the Free City of Danzig. I don't know about the few ships that Poland had. Don't quite honestly know where they come from at all. But Gdynia was set up to be the military port for Poland. That's why it was built. But doing this allowed Germany to come in and remember most of the inhabitants of Danzig were German, so the ship workers and everybody else was German. So that really sort of after the fall took them a little while, but they really were able to get the Danzig shipyards up as part of the German ship production. So that was a significant change, and that's part of the reason why George 1941 brought it to my attention, and part of the reason why I'm, yeah, it makes Germany a little better, and sure, every country should have an events pack to do these things, which would make everything a little better. But it's something that I look at it as, instead of, because we can't just, because they're grayed out and they don't want you to be able to spam putting down just endless amounts of shipyards and make things super easy, because eventually you could make ships almost free to produce if you abuse it. My thoughts is, when you're taking some of the here or other French shipyards, the workers aren't happy to work for Germany. They might do it, but they're not happy to. They're not Germans. They might be paid well, they might do all right, Germany, of course, out in the Orient here mainly, but in some of the other places, put U-boat assembly factories, and I sort of want to say it that way, in that basically the all the components would show up on trains, and they would assemble them, and they built some big, massive bunkers, you know, more or less bomb-proof bunkers, to assemble them in. So you know, they were the completion part of the U-boats, and out here, and they were doing that where a lot of the some of this, I think some of the subpens that still exist, in Belgium or the Netherlands, may have also been assembly yards as well, but they weren't component production, so they're sort of assembly works. And I don't know who was doing the main labor in there, but that's another huge project that costs a lot more if you're going to expand these into shipyards. But getting a hold of say here out in Brest to get this shipyard to easily get we're going to reorganize and make it in German. Well, yeah, you're going to be able to hire a certain amount of and force a certain amount of French to work in it, but they're not going to be enthusiastic like the Danzigers were enthusiastic, at least on the whole, and at the start, to be part of the Reich and build ships. So that's why I looked at to go, yep, okay, that's a sort of a major improvement, and that's why I put that in there. Continue production. The Kraft Deutsch Fraud magazine Arbeiterum announced that production of the Volkswagen will continue during the war. Should we continue production to keep the people happy during wartime? Okay. Yeah, that's what the magazine announced. Now, at some point, I don't know when. Now, remember, this is, and I don't know exactly how this is coded, maybe for this date or certain conditions. This would be after the fall of France. The war is still going on with Britain, but that's sort of a war out at sea, bombing Britain. We're not even, the Italians are fighting out in the desert, but the Germans aren't yet. Rommel doesn't go down there until 41, after Yugoslavia and Greece fall. Not Crete, but Yugoslavia and Greece fall. Then he goes down there. So the Germans aren't even down there. So yeah, the war is sort of mostly over. Obviously, it's not what's happening right now. And so they're sort of like, hey, yeah, you want to keep your 5 mark plan, keep production going for the Volkswagen or not. And so we can do this. We'll lose some dissent, which we have no dissent. We'll lose no real national unity and gain some popularity, or stop production, which we get half a point of dissent when we lose some popularity. I don't want to spend 5,000 supplies, 10,000 energy and metal building being wasted on building Volkswagen, so we're going to go no. The fall of Leningrad. Okay, they get 5 in dissent and lose 4 national unity, the Soviet Union. Back here, they're now down at 69.9, so almost 70% on the loss. How's that little bad uprising here going? You're moving slow, slow. No, we'll send you over there too. Put you into combat. And you're going to sink break through back to there. You're having a bit of a hard time. Now you're in some fortification, so you're sort of okay. No, thank you. No, we won that battle, and we've won that. Battle of the Finnish coast. Okay, well, convoy raiding. Operation Rentier. Hitler ordered preparations for Operation Rentier. If the Soviet Union invades Finland, the 2nd Mountain Division from Norway would occupy the nickel mines at Petstamo, Finland. So that's, of course, up here. We need the nickel, so we're preparing for that operation in rough conditions. Now, of course, we're already at war with them, but I should maybe do a check for at war with the Soviets. Okay, well, we'll close that back off. They'll punch through again. So let's see about here. Across the river, it looks like they're coming there, but I want to defeat these guys. Oh, yeah, we've already punched their way through. Okay, well, let's go for a drive, shall we? Shall we? Probably not entirely open, but we'll see what we can do. That is being a little reckless. Okay, so we're across the river there, but we're out of fuel. Are we going after this huge stack, is that? What's happening here? Eight units, 7 units. And they are in a fortified place. Okay, we're gonna have to stop that. Well, we throw them into it. Let's throw them into it. See if that can change it. It's sort of Hitlerian orders. All done. Okay, that did sort of change it. No longer coming across the river entirely. Well, just to here to there. We're gonna make that, I think, just fine. Yeah, well, we knew we were coming back that way, so let's punch up this way. Come and meet von Thoma and his maneuvers. How are our ships doing? Have they got the island? No, almost. You start moving back this way. Where do we have some bombers? I can't bomb here because it's my territory. They don't have any supplies. Where are their supplies? Okay. Let's go to there. So they're retreating out. They're coming, but not fast enough. How's this doing? Not so well. We're gonna stop that. This ain't doing so well either, but maybe a little better. Well, they're trying to counterattack. Well, that won't do them too much good. Okay. You head to there. You head to... Okay, can't go to there. You head to there. Now, I want part of Do I Dare Drive there is some of these provinces may trigger a what do you want? Units being placed on the board. Okay, yes, we want SS medium artillery. Blockade action, great. Oh, and what tech did we just get? Okay, rolling artillery barrages. Which we're stopping for now. No, you sort of lost out there. There's a bunch here. Some of those upgrades and whatever I don't want to do while the offensive is on, so I'm just letting them wait. Why are you doing so badly? Okay, well. So you retreat back before you're too shattered to continue. Okay, we're going to end the episode here. I want to thank you all for liking the videos. I want to thank you for just watching. I do appreciate that. And of course, if you could, tell your friend. One guy told his brother, so hey, you got a brother? Maybe if you have a sister, maybe you get her to watch it. I don't know. Maybe you should like the Baldur's Gate series or something. But tell a friend or relative, somebody about this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Love to grow the channel some more. And of course, please post comments, questions, suggestions, ideas. Love hearing from you. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.